What's up, guys? Want to come to you and talk to you about the Return of Wolverine. Boom, there he is, found him. Anyways, so I was very surprised about this issue. I really enjoyed it. There were some parts that were weird. Honestly, a lot of the dialogue was boring and lame, but you know, everything else was really interesting. I couldn't help but feel like I was, I couldn't help. I was excited that he was back. I love like he was in the original costume. I just love that costume. But some of the things that I didn't like were uh, when there's a lot of dialogue. It was boring. But a lot of the book is just him, running. It kind of felt like X2, which was an amazing movie, where he just like wakes up, and he just runs, and that's kind of how Wolverine to me is. He's just like this nomad who, doesn't remember who he is. He just wakes up and he goes. And so to me, it felt a lot more like the what I loved about Wolverine in the movies, except for Wolverine never wore the awesome costume. Um, but apparently he's not going to be wearing it anymore because he's got a new costume, which I don't like. I like the old one, but whatever. That's me. And is it just me, or does he look tall? Because Wolverine is a short man. He's real short. But he looks a lot taller in this than he should. Just a thought. So one weird thing, he out of nowhere just gets attacked by this saber tooth, and then again, right before he's not gonna die, but right before it gets him, it gets attacked by a mammoth. I'm just like, that is just the weirdest thing. Then I noticed at the very beginning there's a cage with a saber tooth and a cage with a mammoth. So I know where they came from now. Who knows why they were in there, and how they got out to attack him. No idea. It was just super weird. Like, yeah. Apparently he remembers somebody that loves him. So I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's supposed to be. So maybe if you know, let me know because I'm interested. So he kind of walks out of this cave that he's been trapped in apparently, and well, before that he meets this random guy who tells him too much information, like 2 whole pages of this guy talking about some random people that I've never heard of. As this guy's like bleeding out to death. Honestly, this felt a lot like Batman Damned. Like, I just did a review of that, so if you haven't, go watch that. But it kind of felt like the darkness of that, but with Wolverine. Not as good artwork, but the artwork is still pretty good, I think. I like it. I'm not super picky about artwork. I much rather have a good story. But the artwork's good. I like it. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on. He gets out of the cave, and then there's this like fort encampment or something there down here, and some of the people are getting taken away, and some of the people are getting shot. And weird thing is, Wolverine sees this sniper shoot this guy that's running away, and I think, who was I watching? It was somebody I was watching. I think it might have been I Love Comics was talking about this, and he says like he sees this guy sniping, and he waits till after the guy gets shot before he speeds up and shoots him. Now I'm just like, well, he might not have been in range, but still, you probably could have distracted the dude. And then like he's like dodging a shot. I'm like, dude, you're Wolverine. Like, your body is made of adamantium. Like, if that bullet hits you, it's just gonna come right out as you heal. But one weird thing is he had a wound that didn't heal. Another weird thing is this weird thing came out of this guy. Don't know what happened, and it reanimated him so he could shoot. And that was the killing blow for Wolverine. Well, I say killing blow. It ended his bike career, flipped him off. Then you see like this flashback, I guess, where he's in the where he's in this prison or whatever, and it looks like some other Wolverine is in there. I don't know. Super weird. You see some of the other X-Men. Looks like Cyclops, Storm, and Sabretooth are in there. I don't know. It's super weird. And then this lady that he's trying to find kisses him, which I don't know. Didn't make any sense to me. Didn't really care. And then he meets this scientist lady when he wakes up, and she tries to convince him to help her find her son or whatever before he's experimented on or whatever. I don't know. And then she tells him this weird story where he saved her and a bunch of other people in the past, tried to explain why he wore yellow and blue. And the whole time I'm just like, because all the X-Men wore yellow and blue. But she's like, it's so that you would distract people. I was like, oh, so it's like Batman. You know, Batman wears the yellow symbol so people shoot here. Lewis is always on me about that. He's like, I want the Batman with the yellow symbol on his chest. I want the Batman with the yellow symbol on his chest. I was like, Lewis, it's okay. I understand. You don't have to tell me 100,000. I'm joking, Lewis. I don't mind. I'm just messing with you, man. But he's like, it's to distract him. It makes sense, you know, so that he doesn't shoot Robin. So that they can see the yellow chest where the most armor is. Shoot at that, and then you know, Robin, who's wearing yellow, green, and red, can not be shot as a little kid. So makes sense. Anyway, so they're like, oh, you know, you wear yellow and blue all the time because you want people to shoot at you because you can live, like you can take it. And it's true. Like any kind of, if you play any kind of video games or anything, like if you're the tank, you're the guy who can take all the hits. So you want all the focus on you, and you kind of have your healers in the back, and those are usually me. I like being the healer, and you have the tank up there just getting destroyed while you're just like healing them. And so that's Wolverine. Like, he's the tank. He runs in, he gets shot up a whole bunch while he kills everybody. But he becomes the target so that other people don't get hit, and that's admirable about Wolverine. One of the problems with Wolverine is he's a loner. He doesn't like working with other people, and so I think he is a hero. Unlike, I would argue, like Deadpool or Punisher. Punisher is an obvious anti-hero. Deadpool's a villain. But kind of like Deathstroke is. Villains can sometimes work with the bad guys. You know, Magneto does the same. Anyways, I didn't want to get on that. I want to get on this. So, he's a hero in his own right in that he wants to do good. And he wants to save people. And so this lady tries to remind him of that. That's why you wear the yellow and blue. I was like, I didn't need to know why he wore the yellow and blue. But it's not a bad story. She's apparently got 2 more stories coming. So, I don't know. I enjoyed this. I'm very tempted to actually pick up the next one. It's very difficult for me to trust Marvel. It's very difficult for me to trust Marvel. And I said in the title, it's Wolverine, Return of Wolverine again, because of course he's been back for like a year now. And then they've been like leading up to this for a year. And I'm just like, dude, like, move on. Why are we still on this thing? I don't know. So it's been a long time. He's finally back. I do love the cover. The cover is really good. I didn't like it at first, but now that I actually see the comic, I really like it. Because I have the thing over here somewhere. Here's the preview book, and I was like, I don't like it, but something about actually having, it's a little bit bigger. It's more predominant, so you can see more of this. So I don't know. I enjoyed the book. I wasn't expecting to. I thought it was going to be a chore. The only parts, there were a few parts where it was a chore just because I didn't care about all the information. And so I guess if somebody has been following Marvel, they probably enjoy it. Um, but I was surprised, happily surprised. I like to see Marvel doing well. Wolverine isn't my favorite X-Men by any means. He's one of he's near the middle. He's not near the top. But I know some people love Wolverine, and more power to them. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Really enjoyed it. I mean, if you liked what you saw, what I showed, it's probably worth buying. If not, I don't think you're gonna miss anything. But because again, he's been back forever. But I thought it was good. I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. It was enjoyable. So, is it worth $5? I don't know if I can argue that. It might be worth $3, but still, I enjoyed it. So and I got a video at it. So for me, it's worth $5. But anyways, let me know what you think. Did you enjoy the book? Did you get it? Did you think it was bad? Did you think it was awful? I think I saw I Love Comics review, and he said it was okay. It was fair. He's like, it's lukewarm, like room temperature. I was like, but that's really great for Marvel right now. Like, that's really good for Marvel. That's a huge progress for them. So I was excited to see some progress from Marvel. That's what I loved about it. So let me know what you think. I'll catch you next time. Peace.